Hello Mom and Dad Meet World. So I wanted to level set with you here about this guy right here. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and we have been using this for quite a few weeks now, and I do gotta say it has been quite nice. But we are also using this camera right here. This is the what you are actually viewing me now on, which is the Sony a7iv with the 28mm lens. And what I'm actually going to do is show you right there. See what I am seeing. That's the camera I am using right there. So I have been using this Sony a7iv with a 28mm f2 lens, and this is a 20mm equivalent f2 lens also. And this does have very good autofocus, just like this camera does also. But one of the things I was curious about with both cameras, and specifically this camera, how would that do in low light? Because we do have a 1-inch sensor, bigger than the sensor here on the iPhone, but not as big as a full frame sensor on this Sony a7iv here, especially paired up to Sony's 28mm lens. It is a good lens, but it's not like a G lens or a G master lens. This is their older lens from quite a few years ago, one of the first lenses. It actually is the first lens we got, but I still do like the lens very much. But how would that do, especially in low light with this? So in regular lighting conditions, this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is actually just fine. It actually looks very good with optimal light, optimal daylight. This camera holds its own, and the 1-inch sensor is quite nice. Only thing that obviously this camera is going to have, the Sony a7iv full frame camera, full frame lens. What it's going to have is it's going to have that better depth of field. So you're going to have me in focus, and you're going to have the background out of focus. You're going to have that nicer shallow depth of field, as opposed to this where you still do have depth of field, but the thing is you won't have the depth of field to where the background is just going to melt away. You will still get that blurry background with the Osmo Pocket 3, but again, it's just not going to be as good as a full frame. And then if we started to put, like, say, a 70mm or a 50mm lens on the Sony a7iv, you're going to get that compression to where the background's literally just going to disappear, and your subject, your foreground, will definitively be in focus and the main focal point. So you're going to see from these couple clips the a7iv with the 28mm and Osmo Pocket 3 how they both do in low light. Now that you've had a chance to take a look at both of the clips from the Sony a7iv and the Osmo Pocket 3, can you really tell that big of a difference between the two in a very low light environment? Again, keep in mind that this thing is very compact, very portable, something that you can just literally put in your pocket, and it is also not only just your camera, your lens, but it is also for what's going to be a little bit more impactful. This is also your gimbal, having your gimbal literally built in with this camera right here. So I liked this shot last time. This is the Sony focusing on my face here using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So with this thing right here, you've got virtually 3 accessories all in this one compact package, which is your camera body, your camera lens, your tripod. Yes, this little thing right out here, this is your tripod also, and then your gimbal stabilizer on this right here. So that is a lot of things in this small package. So you got to decide for yourself, depending on what you are doing, is it worth it with the higher image quality from the Sony, or is the image quality good enough with the Osmo Pocket 3? And I think for just about most of you, it might actually be good enough. One more thing I do want to talk about, we are not using the low light mode with the Osmo Pocket 3. It is just in the standard picture mode. We're going to let the camera, the lens, and whatever computing technology DJI has put in the Osmo Pocket 3, we're going to let that do its computational stuff, and you get to be the judge whether or not that is going to be okay with you. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it solved some of the questions you had about the capabilities of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and whether it's good enough for you, especially in low light and with that shallow depth of field. But if you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you really liked it or found me entertaining or entertaining enough, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps out our channel. And until next time, bye for now.